Heyo, Chef Corso from MONTyBOCA. I'm here to put you on the path to amazing meals on your outdoor treks, and welcome to How to Elevate Your Ramen. Yeah, I know ramen is one of the easy packing ingredients and one of the great warm bowls of any trek, but I'm here to give you some tips to elevate your ramen and also give you another noodle recipe, pad thai. So in this session, we're gonna make 2 different noodle dishes for you to customize, jazz up, spice up, and enjoy all night long. MONTyBOCA provides fast, easy, and trail-tested recipes for your outdoor treks, all ready in 30 minutes or less, 10 ingredients or less, and mindful of pack weight and volume because, you need to eat when it comes dinner time. And I know a lot of you out there have cooked dinner once the sun has gone down, it's all dark, you're hovered over your camp stove, and all you really want to do is eat. So let's get to it. So we're going to make 2 noodle dishes in 2 camp pots here today, and we're using kind of some smaller capacity options. Here's a classic chimney style stove that I know a lot of you have along. This happens to be an MSR, but there's Primus, there's Camp Chef, there's Jet Boil, and this is about a 1 to 1.5 liter pot. And then we have another one over here that we're gonna use for our pad thai that's a little bit over 2 liters, which is a really great stove to pack along for probably 3 or 4 people. But both of these are using some really classic noodles. So I've got some ramen here today, and what I did is I went to the Asian grocery store in my town up in Seattle, and I went shopping. I went on a scavenger hunt because man, they have so many different shapes and sizes of noodles that are all super cheap and all shoved in your pack really quickly. But then we also have some classic fat pad thai noodles that we're gonna use as well. But let's get to it for our elevated ramen. So this is a really great recipe, and one of the recipes I call, get all the kids in the pool. All we really need to do. So I'm just gonna make kind of about 1-2 portions here for me today. So I'm getting some water in there, and I'm gonna start to build our broth here. So I know a lot of you out there just use the little packets to flavor up your ramen, but really I want you to throw it away. Make sure you throw it away responsibly, leave no trace, please. But we are building our broth to add some really great flavor. So what we're gonna do with that is add some soy sauce. And we're gonna add some sesame oil. And a little bit of powdered ginger. You could easily use a couple slices of fresh too if you like. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some dried shiitake mushrooms here. Just gonna break those up a little bit. I love getting these at Asian grocery stores because at regular grocery stores, they seem to be about $10 for about 4 of them. But when you get them at the Asian grocery store, there's a huge bag for like $3-4 bucks. So really economical option. And it's gonna really help flavor our broth. If you like, you can even add some of those seaweed packs that are available at a ton of grocery stores, but I'll leave that up to you. So we're just gonna get our burner going here. Nice. So one of the things that I love to add to my ramen is jerky. And this happens to be turkey jerky. We've got some pork jerky here, or you could just have the classic beef jerky. If you're a hunter or a fisherman out there, you make your own jerky or you make your own dried fish out there, throw it in here. It's a really surprising ingredient that actually hydrates up in just a few minutes for our pot here. But what I also like to use is, this is a teriyaki version, so that's gonna give us another layer of flavor. Nice. I will say, there is a desiccant packet in most of these things. I know it looks like another flavor packet, but please don't eat that. Make sure to pack that out. So I'm just gonna give that a nice stir. And let that come up to a boil. But as you can see here on our smorgasbord of fresh, tasty options you can add to your ramen. So not only are the noodles great, the broth super tasty, but it's also what you put on your ramen. So it's up to you, but some options you can consider are some snap peas that pack up really well, some red pepper or bell pepper. Maybe you want to add some peanuts for some other parts of protein. Or if you're a vegetarian, these pre-cooked pre-vacuum sealed tofus are a really great option to pack along for those shorter trips as well. So really think about what kind of protein you like, what kind of freshness you would like to add as well. But it's really gonna be a fun bowl experience. It's also really great because everyone can choose their own adventure as far as what kind of toppings to add to their ramen bowl. All right, looks like we're bubbling and simmering. Give it a nice smell. Oh, you can smell the ginger in there, a little bit of that sesame oil, a little bit of that soy sauce. I'm just gonna go ahead and add our ramen noodles here. I mean, ramen is just a classic ingredient to pack along. It cooks up really, really fast. And I don't know about you, but there is something about eating noodles outdoors that just makes them taste better. So our ramen's cooking just for a few minutes, so let's give it a try. But you know what? I don't want to use this dumb camp spork. I want to use campy chopsticks. So find 2 fallen twigs, whittle them up. Really great thing to do with the kids. Give them something to do. And let's dig in there for our noodles, see how they're doing. Ah, yes, come on. Look at that amazing pile of noodles, and steamy and beautiful and tasty. I can't wait to eat it. Give it a try. So this is a tip for all you guys out there that I don't think a lot of home chefs or outdoor campy chefs do. They don't taste their food. Please taste your food. You're the chef for the night. Make sure that it has enough soy sauce, enough sesame oil, a little bit of ginger. Maybe you want it spicy, but it's up to you, and it's your chance to make it amazing. So we are gonna go ahead and bowl up our ramen here. Oh, nice big bowl of noodles. Get our nice broth. And just think about having that at the end of a long day as the mist is settling in. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of red pepper, because that's what I want on my ramen bowl today. A little bit of crunch on top. Oh, beautiful. And also, maybe I'll throw a few of those little seaweed snacks in there. And maybe just snap here too. But oh boy, we have got our elevated ramen bowl with a beautiful built broth here and some nice freshness on top. Man, that broth tastes so good, so warm, so satisfying. Let's check out those noodles. Oh, come on, yes. Man, really, really tasty. And so much better than just a packet of ramen. But let's move on to our second noodle dish today, pad thai. And more nudes, more nudes. It's what we need. We all need more nudes in our life. So I'm gonna go ahead and use our same burner here. But similarly, I'm gonna get it started with just some water. So we've added our water. We're just gonna hit that with a lid and come back to that in a moment. But we are going to build our pad thai sauce. So this is a really great, fast version of pad thai, and it all starts with peanut butter. If you're allergic to peanut butter, then go ahead and use some nut butter. So another really great ingredient you can pack along if you don't want to take the full thing of peanut butter is peanut butter powder or nut butter powder. It's at a lot of different grocery stores these days and gives you the same experience, just a whole lot less weight. So I'm just gonna do a couple tablespoons of real peanut butter, a little bit of sriracha. And if you don't like it too spicy, just don't add too much. And if you don't like spice at all, just add ketchup. I know, this turns into peanut butter and ketchup noodles real quick. So we also have some rice vinegar. A little bit of garlic powder. Could also throw a little bit of that ginger powder that we have over here too, if you like. And just a little bit of salt. If you want the true pad thai experience, you can use some fish sauce, but sometimes that's not the best ingredient to pack along, especially if you're in bear country. But I'm just gonna give that a nice stir and get those ingredients all together. So we are just looking for kind of a thick paste here. Peanut butter, sriracha, a little bit of rice vinegar. Smells super good here. But then there's one other ingredient that we need to add to this, and that is coconut milk powder. And yeah, they make coconut milk in a powdered form, and this goes on just about all of my trips because it is so versatile, not only for our savory dishes here and our Thai dishes in the evening for a pad Thai or a tom yum noodle bowl, could be a really great option as well, but it adds to breakfast oatmeal super quickly and really gives you that kind of tropical Southeast Asian flavor with not a lot of weight. Nice. So I'm just gonna give that a try. Wow, there is a whole lot of flavor, and man, this is based on peanut butter. Amazing. So our water has come up to a boil here, and we are just gonna go ahead and throw in our rice noodles. And we are using rice noodles here, and over here we were using wheat noodles, but both of these recipes can be made back and forth, so I love having both rice noodles and ramen noodles in the pantry to be able to take along. And I'm just making enough for about me today, so just nice, one big handful. And we're just looking for these to get nice and soft and about 75–80% done. So we'll come back to that in just a minute. All right, let's check on our pad Thai noodles. Ooh, nice. Bringing back my old trusty campy chopsticks here to check on our nudes. And what I'm looking for is just soft enough, because I still need a little bit more cooking. So not cooking all the way through. So we've got a little bit of water left, so I don't need all this. So I'm just going to reserve maybe 1 or 2 ounces of water in our pot. But again, you can always add more if you need to. But then we're gonna hit it with our homemade pad Thai sauce that we just made from our awesome pantry ingredients. And just keep stirring it while those noodles soak up that sauce. So that just needs a couple seconds. But while it's finishing, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up a couple veggies to throw on top. And one tip I can have for you while we're watching our noodles finish is putting all your utensils in a nice little packing tote. Super helpful where you've got your lighter, you've got your knife, you've got your pan grippers, all in there. So when it comes time to cook, you've got them already. But I love using these foldable campy chef's knife. Really helpful to have along in your pack. So I'm just gonna slice up some green onions, a little bit of freshness on top. But again, you can hit it with some snap peas, red pepper, maybe some broccoli, cauliflower, whatever veggies you wanna pack along. You could also hit it with some packaged chicken, some Asian meatballs. Go nuts with this one. Nice, we are looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit our burner off here. And it is time to bowl that up, but oh my goodness, look at that. Oh yes, steamy noodles, beautiful homemade pad Thai sauce. Gonna garnish that up with a little bit of our green onion and a nice fresh squeeze of lime. And I will say this is one of the most important parts about this recipe is adding a little bit of freshness or a little bit of acid right at the end. And if you want to go nuts, you could easily add some nuts, or you could add a little bit more sriracha spice from your sriracha keychain, because everybody needs that in your pack. But let's give this a try. See how it did as far as our sauce and peanut butter and acid and all those kind of things. Sometimes the campy chopsticks are a little challenging, but man, I don't know about you, but these 2 noodle bowls are just absolutely tasty, nice, warm, filling, and great ways to end your day on any trek. But check out OutdoorEats.com for over 200 trail-tested recipes, all times of day, different dietary restrictions, because we've got something for you, because I want you to eat well outdoors. You can also check out our handy pocket-sized cookbooks so you can take along with you, make sure your recipes come out great. But get out there and make some elevated noodles be the talk of the campsite. Get out there. Boca boca.